Welcome everybody. So I wanted to make this video about the game that I've been working on for a month, approximately. A little after my last video, which I was developing a roguelike game. I wasn't really feeling confident about that game. It had a lot of work to be done and I wasn't really uh, satisfied. I was directionless in that game, to be honest. As a player, I don't have much experience with roguelikes. I enjoyed them casually, but I don't feel like I had a strong grasp of the mechanics and the unique mechanics of my game in order to make it fun. Uh, so I decided to jump instead on a game on a game genre that I feel more confident, which is an action RPG. What you're seeing right now is the result of a month of progress. I've been working a lot on this game. I made almost all the basic systems, like the inventory, as you can see, is fully functional right now. You can equip items, you can drop them, you can modify them, like so. Also have this a very basic skill system. You can use your skills in any direction. With different weapons require different skills require different weapon types, like bows and so on. Also, all the sprites and items on the overworld, all of these things I made myself. The icons, the icons I got either for free or from public domain libraries. However, all the small assets I made myself. Since they are very small and very simple, I thought it was a better idea to work on a more minimalistic looking game rather than spending hours making full body character animations like in my previous game. This has allowed me to develop a lot of content in a small amount of time, and also a lot of items. As you can see, there's a lot of items in the game, a lot of modifiers. You can roll a lot of different items. I have a stash system. You can store your items here for future characters or for later in case you find a cool item. Right now it doesn't have much functionality besides moving items in and out, but you know you can easily play the game as is. The only thing that is missing is the dungeon generator. It is done and it has enemies, but of course it needs a lot more content in order to make the game playable. All the numbers on the items are gonna be changed. These are just placeholder stats in order to test the stat system. The player has stats which are changed the moment you equip or unequip items, skills, etc. The skill tree is not done yet. Is the part that I'm working on currently. Once I finish the skill system, which I can make any skill with the same scene, so it's gonna be a lot easier for me to develop more skills in the future. Right now, I only have these 4 skills. This fireball, this chaining. There's gonna be chaining effects, piercing effects. There's gonna be a lot of enemies on the screen at once. Right now, I'm working on a 4 GB old laptop, and also recording. So if the video doesn't look good, it's because of that. If it looks good, it means that the performance of the game is pretty good. I always like to develop in low performance environments so I can make sure that players can enjoy the game and there's not gonna be lag or anything. There's a lot of systems that I made that I don't want to show in this video because it will make it very long. All the code for the items and the inventory system I made from scratch. All these drag and drop things, because Godot built-in drag and drop system didn't really work for the type of inventory management that I wanted. Godot doesn't allow you to actually move an item until you confirm that you can drop it in the slot. I made it so that you can always have an item on the cursor. Even if you exit the game, it's gonna be there. Everything saves immediately the moment you move something, so you don't allow players for example, re-roll an item and if they don't like the result, they can just quit and go back again. The game doesn't allow that. Everything is saved, so your decisions with the items are permanent in that regard. I also added a shop. You can buy items. The level is based on the level, and the quantity is based on the level of the player. You can buy things. You can refresh the stock in case you don't like what you see. You can sell items back. This is mainly used in case you are running through the dungeon and you don't find good loot for the build that you're trying to build. This is gonna help you a little bit by getting better items or items that you need at the moment. Then you can craft later, with these currencies. This is a system that I took from inspiration from Path of Exile. You find these consumables in the game. They're called runes, which you can use on items to modify them, to make them better, give them better modifiers, etc. Like this one. It turns an item into an exceptional item with random mods, and then later you can modify that even further. That this one gives it fire modifiers guaranteed. You have a lot of ways to customize the items. I think is the thing that I've been working the most, the items, and it's not even done yet. All of the numbers are gonna get changed later. They are just placeholder numbers to test the stats. What else? The combat system, of course, the enemies. I only have a couple of enemies right now, but they are pretty basic. I want to have bosses that spawn in determined floors. I want to have, you have a loot system. The tag system is not working right now, so that the tags don't overlap. The text on the items don't overlap. I need to work on that. All the sprites, like I said, I made them myself. The player can wear any item, and it's gonna be reflected on the sprite. Pretty cool. The player is gonna be able to make multiple characters. There's gonna be classes, or at least a system that resembles classes. I don't want to restrict players to a certain class or a certain type of weapon or skill that they have to use. Anyways, thanks for watching, and tell me what you think. If you want me to make a video explaining something technical, something about the code that you maybe want to implement in your game, I may upload a small video explaining that. Take care and see you in the next video.